I've looked at every runway, flipped through every magazine, and tried every new rule for women over 50. But I keep coming back to one woman, Princess Diana. Her style wasn't just beautiful, it worked. It worked when she was 25. It worked when she was 36. And it still works now, at 50, 60, even 70. In this video, I'm sharing the exact fashion tips I've taken from her, ones that still feel fresh today. They're simple, they're smart, and they're so much more wearable than you think. But the one at the very end? That's the one I never skip when I pack for a trip. And I'll show you why. Let's start with one of Princess Diana's most iconic wardrobe staples, structured blazers. And I don't mean boring, boxy office blazers that feel stiff and corporate. I mean the kind of blazer that instantly sharpens your look, defines your shape, and adds an effortless layer of intention. Diana had a knack for taking this very traditional menswear piece and making it feel modern, feminine, and just slightly rebellious. She'd wear it with jeans and loafers, or even over a floaty floral skirt, which, by the way, I'd skip in favor of a more streamlined midi. But the point is, the blazer never wore her. She wore it. Now, here's where it gets good for women over 50. Our bodies shift. Our waistlines soften. Shoulders round out. And sometimes we just want that extra layer of structure to give us a bit of support. Not just physically, but visually. A well-cut blazer can do exactly that. It lifts your frame. It defines your shoulder line. And it creates that subtle waist definition that's flattering without being clingy or tight. I personally look for blazers that are slightly nipped in at the waist and hit mid-hip. You want enough structure to shape the body, but with enough movement so you don't feel restricted. But here's Diana's real secret. She made her blazers personal. She chose unexpected colors, playful patterns, even bold buttons or rolled-up sleeves. And that's something I love bringing into my wardrobe now. Maybe it's a soft pastel for spring, or a plaid wool in fall. Maybe it's a herringbone texture or a contrast lining that peeks out just a little when you move. These little touches make it feel like yours, and not just another age-appropriate piece you were told to buy. I'd also recommend styling your blazer with something unexpected. Instead of defaulting to trousers, try it with slim jeans and loafers, or throw it over a lightweight turtleneck dress. Diana often wore hers over bike shorts back in the day, but I personally reinterpret that with sleek ankle pants or cropped tailored trousers. It gives the same casual meets tailored feel, but more wearable for our everyday lives. And yes, you can absolutely belt a blazer. Just make sure the fabric isn't too stiff or bulky. Another thing I love? A blazer gives you instant presence. It's the fashion version of good posture. You could be wearing a $15 tee underneath, but the moment you top it with a beautifully tailored blazer, you look like you mean business, even if you're just heading out for errands or brunch. It tells the world, I care, but I'm not trying too hard. Which is exactly how Diana dressed. If you're not sure where to start, I've added a few of my favorite blazers in the description box below. Some of them have that soft tailoring that moves with you, and others have little personality touches that remind me of Diana's style. Take a peek after the video. Now let's shift to another thing Diana absolutely mastered: casual dressing. And I mean real-life casual. Not the kind that looks perfect on Instagram, but never quite works in real life. Think of Diana running errands, visiting friends, or taking her sons to the park. She'd wear oversized sweatshirts with bike shorts, slouchy jeans with ballet flats, or a baseball cap with a blazer. And somehow, it always looked stylish, never sloppy. This is such an important takeaway for women over 50, because casual can sometimes feel like a trap. We want comfort, of course. We've earned that. But there's a fine line between relaxed and, let's be honest, invisible. Diana's casual looks never made her disappear. She added intention to even the most basic outfits. And the best part? You can easily do this too without overthinking it or buying a whole new wardrobe. The key is contrast. Diana always balanced casual with something elevated. If the bottoms were sporty or slouchy, the top was refined. Think sweatshirt with tailored trousers, or denim with a structured blazer. That push and pull makes an outfit feel interesting. It frames the body in a flattering way, and it gives the eye somewhere to go. It's not just a head-to-toe jersey or fleece. It's a blend of comfort and structure. Another trick? Choose casual pieces that still have shape. For example, a relaxed button-down instead of a baggy tee, or joggers that taper at the ankle and have a clean waistband instead of bulky drawstrings. One of my go-tos is a monochrome outfit in a soft jersey, maybe beige or navy, and then I throw a long coat or scarf over it. It feels cozy, but looks intentional. Diana did this all the time. She'd use neutral tones or one-color family, and then add one dramatic element, like sunglasses or sleek shoes, or even just a beautiful bag. And don't forget footwear. Diana's casual looks were often grounded in something classic, like loafers, ballet flats, or simple white sneakers. Nothing flashy, just clean, timeless shapes that didn't compete with the rest of the look. When your casual outfit ends in a chic shoe, it anchors the whole thing. You don't need heels to look pulled together. You just need shoes that say, "I still showed up for myself today." If you're looking to refresh your casual pieces with something that still feels elegant, I've added a few of my favorites in the description box below. These are pieces I wear on repeat because they strike that perfect balance between ease and edge. I promise, once you start building casual outfits the way Diana did, you'll never go back to feeling invisible in your off-duty looks. Now let's talk about something that can completely transform your wardrobe without changing your size, your age, or your entire closet. Color. One of the things I love most about Princess Diana's style is how fearless she was with color, but not in a loud or chaotic way. She knew exactly when to wear it, how to wear it, and more importantly, why she was wearing it. From that powerful red coat she wore on official visits to the soft sky blue ensembles for more relaxed moments, her use of color was never random. It was intentional. It had energy. And that's something we can absolutely borrow. A lot of women over 50 have been told, directly or subtly, to tone it down as they age, to stick with neutrals, to avoid anything too bright, too bold, too noticeable. But here's the truth. Neutrals don't always serve us. As our skin tone shifts, as our hair grays or softens, certain colors we used to rely on might now wash us out. That's not about age, it's about adapting to change. And color can actually be one of your best friends in that process. When used right, it lifts your face, warms your features, and brings life back into your wardrobe. It doesn't have to scream to be seen. It just has to be chosen well. Start small if you're unsure. One of Diana's tricks was using color in outer layers, coats, jackets, scarves. That way, it's easy to remove if you're not in the mood. I do this with soft blazers in lavender or peony pink, or with trench coats in warm olive or teal. The key is finding colors that harmonize with your natural undertones. Cool-toned women look stunning in icy blues, pinks, or silver grays. Warm-toned, try coral, camel, or even mustard. Yes, mustard. It's surprisingly wearable and adds richness without being overpowering. You can also let color guide the mood of your outfit. Need energy for a meeting or event? Reach for red. Want to feel soft and approachable? Go for blush or powder blue. Color affects how you feel in your clothes and how others respond to you. That's something Diana knew instinctively, and it's part of what made her style so magnetic. She didn't just wear beautiful things. She wore things with purpose. When I reach for color now, I'm not asking, will this make me look younger? I'm asking, what do I want to say today? Another easy trick? Use color to frame your face. A scarf, a collar, A statement earring, when the color is near your face, it draws attention upward and enhances your features. I avoid dull beiges and stark blacks up top now, unless I break them up with something lighter. If you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, "Why do I look so tired in this outfit?" It might not be the cut. It might be the color. I've dropped a few of my favorite color pieces in the description box below, ones that add life to your wardrobe without overwhelming it. Trust me, you don't have to go full rainbow. Just one bold or unexpected color can completely re-energize your style. And once you start playing with it the way Diana did, you'll wonder why you ever hid in beige to begin with. Dress for the message. And here's a big one, something I think Princess Diana understood better than almost anyone. Clothing isn't just about fashion, it's about communication. You've probably noticed this too. Some days you put something on and feel strong. Other days you throw something together and just want to hide. That's not random. That's the message your outfit is sending, not just to the world, but to yourself. Diana's wardrobe was full of messages, sometimes subtle, sometimes bold, but always intentional. And that's what made her style unforgettable. Now, I'm not saying you need to dress like royalty. What I am saying is that dressing with a message rather than chasing every trend is one of the most powerful style upgrades you can make after 50. We've seen trends come and go. Low-rise jeans, cold shoulders, platform Crocs, please no. But the women who really stand out, they dress with a story, with a feeling, with meaning. Diana wore sleek, tailored suits when she wanted to appear strong and professional. She wore floaty fabrics when she wanted to soften her presence. She knew the power of visual language, and so do we, even if we haven't always been taught to trust it. For me, it's about getting dressed in the morning and asking, what do I want to say today? Maybe it's, I'm here and I know who I am. Maybe it's, I need softness today, not armor. That shift, from dressing to impress others to dressing to express yourself, is one of the most freeing mindset changes you can make. And the bonus? You end up spending less on trendy pieces that sit in the back of the closet, and more on pieces that feel like you over and over again. This doesn't mean your wardrobe becomes boring or predictable. In fact, it becomes more yours. When you dress with intention, your closet starts to reflect your values. Maybe you love a bold statement piece. Maybe you prefer quiet elegance. Maybe you're drawn to minimalist shapes. Or maybe you collect vintage scarves that tell stories. There's no right way to do it. There's just your way. Diana's wardrobe evolved dramatically over the years, but the through line was always clear. She dressed like someone who knew what she was feeling. That's something I aim for now too. Also, can we talk about the pressure to constantly reinvent? Social media, ads, fast fashion, they push the idea that we always need something new. But you don't. You need clothes that speak your language. If that language changes over time, great, you're not stagnant. But you shouldn't feel like you're starting from scratch every season. That's not style, that's exhaustion. Diana had a signature, and it evolved. That's what I want for us too. If you're building a wardrobe that sends the right message, whatever that message is for you, it might take time. You'll try things. You'll keep what fits your spirit, not just your body. And eventually, you'll reach that point where every outfit feels like an extension of you. That's where I think true style lives. Not in trends, but in alignment. And now I want to hear from you. What message do you want your clothes to send? Do you find yourself dressing more for yourself these days, or still feeling the pull of trends? Tell me in the comments below. I'd love to know how your style has evolved, and what's resonating with you right now. Let's talk about something Diana did so subtly, yet so effectively, using accessories to build identity. You might think of her famous sapphire engagement ring, or those oversized sunglasses, or the clutch she always held in front of her chest when stepping out of a car. These pieces weren't just accessories. They were visual cues, little signals of her personality, her values, even her mood. And as women over 50, we can absolutely take a page from that playbook. Accessories are one of the easiest, most personal ways to shape your style, especially when your wardrobe basics stay relatively the same. You might wear the same blazer and trousers combo week to week, but when you pair them with a silk scarf in a bold print, or a pair of gold hoop earrings that feel like you, it instantly changes the tone. Accessories help you write your style story without having to shout, and more importantly, they help people remember you. One of the best things about being over 50 is that we usually have a few pieces of history. A necklace passed down from a relative, a pair of sunglasses you splurged on during a trip, a bag that's been through life with you. These aren't just items, they're part of your identity. Diana had a handful of accessories she repeated often, and that's something I really admire. Repeating is not a fashion crime, it's a signature. And having a few signatures is one of the fastest ways to develop a distinct, consistent style. Also, let's not forget the practicality. A scarf can add color near your face, balance out your proportions, or make a basic sweater look intentional. A structured handbag can pull together a relaxed look and give you posture. Yes, really. Even a great pair of sunglasses adds that little element of mystery. Diana was rarely seen without hers. And whether it was for privacy or simply polish, the result was the same. She looked finished. And you don't need to go full glam to make this work. I always say, start with one hero accessory per outfit. Maybe today it's a bold ring. Tomorrow it's your watch. Give that piece space to speak. And don't overcrowd it. Accessories aren't there to save your outfit. They're there to express something you've already chosen with intention. Even your shoes can do the talking. Diana often wore classic pumps, low-heeled boots, or ballet flats that never overpowered her outfits, but always contributed to the story. If you're in the process of refining your personal style, I suggest building a small collection of accessories that feel like you on your best day. I've added a few beautiful wearable pieces in the description box below, things that are timeless but still have personality, just like Diana's. The right accessory doesn't just decorate you, it declares you. Now, if you've been enjoying these Diana-inspired tips so far, you need to stick around for the next one. Because the final piece I'm about to share, it's something I always bring with me when I travel. I've tested it on weekend getaways, long-haul flights, quick city escapes, and I never leave it behind. It's stylish, versatile, comfortable, and it's straight from Diana's off-duty wardrobe. Let's get into it. You know what I never travel without anymore? A classic white button-down shirt. I know, it sounds too simple, too basic. But hear me out, because this is straight from Diana's practical fashion genius. She wore crisp white shirts more times than I can count, tucked into jeans, layered under blazers, tied at the waist, or even oversized and loosely buttoned over bike shorts. It was her blank canvas. And for travel, it's mine too. What makes the white shirt so powerful is that it adapts. If I'm headed to dinner, I add a statement necklace and structured pants. If I'm strolling a local market, I roll up the sleeves, not the hem, and pair it with linen trousers or denim. If I'm headed somewhere that shifts from hot days to cool nights, I can throw it over a tank like a light jacket. It's clean, breathable, packs flat, and never looks like I'm trying too hard. Diana often wore her white shirt slightly oversized, which I've learned is key. A little extra room gives it that relaxed, approachable feel without looking sloppy. And because it's classic, it never dates. That's huge when you're trying to pack light and still look chic. It works in any country, any season, and fits any mood. And if it gets wrinkled, that just adds to the effortless charm. I mean, she made it look good in the field and at fashion events. When I pack mine, I treat it like a core layer. It becomes the anchor that lets me mix in prints, textures, or bolder pieces. And honestly, it saves me from overpacking. I just grab my go-to white shirt, a couple of bottoms, a few accessories, and I'm good. I've linked my favorite travel-friendly versions in the description box. They're soft, a little forgiving, and they work no matter your shape or height. So next time you're wondering what to throw in your suitcase, skip the what-if pieces you'll never wear and pack the one thing Diana never traveled without, a white shirt that does everything but blend in. And here's something I didn't expect until I started wearing it this way. People always notice it. There's something about a crisp white shirt that feels elevated, even when everything else you're wearing is simple. I've had women stop me in airports, hotel lobbies, even grocery stores to ask where I got mine. It's that kind of effortless elegance that doesn't demand attention, but quietly commands it. And for women over 50 who want to look refined without fuss, this is the piece that says, "I've got style, and I'm not trying too hard." If you loved exploring Diana's timeless fashion wisdom with me, you're going to love the next video. I'm diving into another icon who changed how I think about fashion, Coco Chanel. She had her own rules, her own rhythms, and a very different approach from Diana, but just as powerful, especially for women over 50. We're talking pearls, black dresses, bold simplicity, and a few surprising tips you've probably never heard before. So if this video spoke to you, don't miss the next one. It's full of style secrets that are still just as relevant now as they were in Paris a century ago.